So here you can see the robot leg that I rigged for the assignment. All the hinges stay in place. This is because of the aim constraints. The objects are looking at each other, so they will always stay aiming at the right direction. You can see it here clearly when I move it up and down. Here I show off that the foot reverse control works properly. This is done by using the connection editor and just connecting the right input to the right output so that it rotates in the right direction. Just show off that all of them work properly. And here is the turret. I just took this sphere as an aim object so that the turret is always looking at it, and there is an up object to make sure that it will never rotate off its base. I added a limitation to it so that it would never intersect with itself when it would go up or down too much. Here you can see that it will always keep aiming at the object. So onto my own tank. You can see that it has a tank root. It just rotates when I move it forward. We did that with the expression editor. I can zero it out again, so it will always stay in a nice centered place. So there you go. The gear snap is also working correctly. It doesn't snap in weird places when I move it forward or backwards. This is explained further in the expression editor itself. And the mechanical part of the engine is also moving forward and backward when I move the tank. So here I'm showing off the rotation of the robot. When it rotates in one direction, the other side rotates in the opposite, so that is all working correctly. I achieved this by adding two pivot points basically on either side of the tracks. So it wasn't rotating around the 0 axis anymore, but it was rotating around one of those pivots, so it would actually gain some distance and then move forward instead of just doing nothing. So here you can see it's still working when I just move it in all different directions. And I also just made a path for the chain, and then I did it the same with the tracks. I just placed a chain part on it and I measured how fast it should rotate when looking at the wheels. So that is all working. And here you see the hammers are moving correctly, and I made a handle for that as well, so I can zero out everything in the end when I'm done using it. So onto the ATST. So the head rotates with the handle as well. So it moves up and down, and it has limitations on there so it won't break. Also this has limitations so that the pelvis part won't intersect with the legs. Here you can see that I used the node editor to make the springs, and I made a blend shape for the springs so that it will move when the robot is rotating and the part is rotating in the opposite direction. I made a handle for the foot as well. So there you go, the same for this side of the robot, just adding some limitations there, zeroing that out. And you can see that the springs in the feet are also working. And here I am showing off the foot reverse control for the ATST as well. It basically does the same as a robot leg, but I did it again here just to get a little bit more of a feel for it and to practice with the rigging parts and the connection parts. So yeah, that was it basically.